Happy Monday. Yes, it's Monday again. I don't know how Monday happens. Every time I turn around, it's like Monday happens. There's 3 Mondays every week and 1 Friday. That's how I feel. Sorry about the lighting in here. Sorry about the angle, but it is one of those days. My car mount, which has been in the exact same spot for months and months and months, suddenly today decides it doesn't want to stay where it is. It is February, I don't even know because I don't have my Fitbit on. Isn't that the worst? Let's see, February 1st, 2nd, 3rd, I think it's February 4th. It's my parents' anniversary. They've been married years and years. 46 years, I think. Anyway, I wanted to jump on here and do a all about me video. I've been trying to do one with Norm, and Norm and I end up doing videos when we're headed to camp or on an adventure or to do something cool where I can show you other stuff besides me and Norm. We usually have a talk on the way wherever we're going about us being together for so long and the kind of things that we do, and then we show you what we're doing, like go to Gettysburg or whatever, and then sometimes have a talk on the way home. That's how our videos work together. But if, again, Norm had a heart attack in May, and we're still in the healing process. He's much, much better. He's able to do pretty much anything he needs to do. He just still gets winded. And that's going to be that way for a while. We got to build his stamina back up by walking and things like that. And we're just not there yet. And we're working on his diet currently, which is not going well. And I got to tell you, it's not going well for me either, because I keep trying to get him to do diet things. And then, he's that typical dieter who goes, okay, well, today's Sunday, let's eat everything in the house and then start over on Monday. I did that with him this week. Sunday was bad. That was yesterday. It was bad. To the point where I'm up 2 pounds in one day. I'm not worried about it. It was one day. I'll get it back off. But it was, and honestly, it wasn't even enjoyable. But anyway, I'm going to do an all about me, real quick summary. And then what I'd like to do is at the end, if you have questions, put them in a comment below, and I will do a Ask Me Anything video. As you know, I've said it a million times, I'm an open book. Amber yelled at me this weekend. I saw her on Saturday. She yelled at me this weekend again for my angle and how it makes me look like I have a double chin. So now I'm self-conscious. Thanks, Am. Anyway, all about me. So, first of all, my name is Lisa. I live in Maryland. I work in one county and I live in another. I've been married to Norm for going on 24 years. We've been together going on 28 years. We have 3 children together, Amber, Danny, and Carly, and I'll get to them in a minute. And then Norm has 4 children from previous marriages. His youngest son from his previous marriage also has 2 children, so we have 2 grandkids, although I always say Norm has 2 grandkids, just because I feel like I'm too young to actually have grandkids yet. So, I'm 44, speaking of how young I am, and Norm is 55. You do the math. I am a special ed teacher currently. I just got a promotion and I will be a behavior intervention specialist. Sometime this month, I'll be changing to a different school to do that. I have been in the education system for about 15 years. I have taught everything from K to 5, special ed, and then now behavior specialist. I am a certified administrator, which means I can be a school up to an assistant principal until I take my test, and then I can do principal. Every year we have to do a skills assessment to stay in the interview pool. I have applied for mine, so we'll see. It's funny, like every year you have to apply to get into the skill assessment. And every year I'm like, oh, maybe I won't make it. But like the only thing that's happened is I've gotten more skills to add to my resume that I have to turn in every year to get into the interview process. Anyway, let's see, my kids, Amber, Danny, and Carly. Amber is 22. She'll be 23 in May. She is married to Josh, and I guess like mother, like daughter, because Josh is 5 or 6 years older than Amber. They met when Amber was 12. They did not date when Amber was 12. But I sometimes think she married him to spite me. No, I'm just kidding. That's not true. But they, so she's, married her first love. They have been married since November. That was a beautiful wedding. And, but I'm glad it's over. It's one of those things, like the wedding was absolutely phenomenal and beautiful and wonderful, but I'm absolutely glad it's over. And then she works in a daycare center. She has her own classroom in a daycare. First she thought she'd hate it, but she actually is ending up really loving it. Or, loving a job as much as you love a job, I guess is the best way to say that. She's my little goth girl. She's got tattoos and dark black hair, and, it's who she is. I raised her to be who she is, and that's what she does. And then I have Danny. Danny is 20. She'll be 21 in June. She is a nursing student. She eventually would like to be a surgeon who operates on babies who are still in utero. There is only some of them a handful of them in the whole world. And that is what she eventually wants to do, but she wants to start with nursing in NICUs, so sick babies and babies once they're born, not labor and delivery. And then she's dating a guy named Keith, who we like very much. I have an inkling that they may get married, but nothing's settled yet. Danny also works as a waitress currently. Then I have Carly. Carly is 17. She graduated high school at 16. She also works in the daycare center that Amber works in. She actually got Amber the job there. She is a volunteer firefighter and EMT at a volunteer station. Just this past weekend, actually, Saturday night, Carly got an award for being the EMS of the year, so the emergency medical responder of the year. She also got a citation from the county for being EMT of the year, and she was in the top 10 responders of her company, so she was like number 3, and the first 2 literally live on the campus of the firehouse. Like, they walk over from their house, so it's kind of a easier one to always be on. But it's her dream, it's her goal. She wants to be a paramedic in the county, so that is her ultimate goal. And she can't do that till she's 18. But she's setting herself up to do everything she needs to do in order to do this. She is also a firefighter. She is cleared to fight fires in and out of a building. So she has taken Fire 1. So when she signs her name, she is Carly EMT/FF. She's firefighter, and it freaks me out. But yeah, she's only 17. So I expect great things from all of my kids. I have 2 dogs, Dixon, named after Daryl Dixon, and Bella, named after Bellatrix. So Harry Potter and Walking Dead. That tells you a little bit about me. Although I gotta tell you, I now wish I had been watching the show Lucifer, or that had been out, when I got Dixon, because his name would be Lucifer Morningstar. Only because my dog's attitude is much like his. So, we had a cat named Lucifer once, because that's the name of the cat in Cinderella. So, we called him Lucifer. Let's see, what else? I currently live in the house that I grew up in. My parents decided to sell their house. It was on the market for almost 2 years. They were not going to sell it to anyone in the family. And I went down. It was going to sell. I went down and said goodbye to every floor panel, every tree, every blade of grass in that yard. Cried and ugly cried over everything. And we left, and the sale fell through. And then my dad asked me if I wanted to buy it because he just wanted it off his hands. And sure enough, we bought it. And we've been living in that house now for 3 years. And we got a 10-year mortgage, so it's high mortgage, but we'll have it paid off in a couple of years. So we're happy about that. Norm and I love to camp. We love to go to the beach. The beach probably is our favorite place to go. We like to spend time with our family. We have what we call lazy weekends, where we don't do anything. We literally don't leave the house unless it's like to go to the grocery store and go to eat. We had the last 2 weekends we've done that. I'm a Weight Watcher. Norm has done Weight Watchers, but it did not work for him. And I used to be a runner. I'd like to be a runner again. But right now I'm currently doing 0 exercise. Let's see. Just had my DNA done. I'm English, like Welsh. I am Irish, and I am so Scotch Irish and a tiny little bit of like less than 1% Germanic. So it's funny because my whole life I thought I was Native American, and there's none of that in there. And then recently I've been told I was Italian, and there's none of that in there. So I make amazing Italian food, but got none of that in there. So I always say I'm English and Irish. I'm a Celt in there somewhere. I've always been attracted to the Celtic music, the Celtic art, things like that. So I guess there's in there for a reason. Let's see, what else? Oh, I am as a part-time job, I am a spiritual advisor / life coach. I am actually kind of getting out of that business, only because, to be honest with you, since Norm's heart attack, I have not wanted to, that's not even true. So a couple of years ago, I had heart surgery. And then after that heart surgery, I had a stroke. And after that, I have just wanted to spend my evenings quietly at home. So I think I retired, or I semi-retired from that job. I try to keep my current clients current, but I don't, I'm not necessarily taking on new clients, if that makes sense. Is what it is. I might, I keep my business open just because every now and then I need to do it, but it's just how I do things. What else do you all want to know? I graduated from Notre Dame of Maryland. Got my master's from McDaniel. Not thrilled about that school. Lived in Maryland my whole life. My favorite places to go are Ocean City. Love Ocean City. We go to PA a lot. Norm and I love to go to PA. We go to Gettysburg. There's some restaurants up there we love to eat in. We'll just drive to Gettysburg on a random Saturday. We'll just jump in the car and drive. And sometimes we don't even go into the Gettysburg part. We just go up there and eat or walk around the shops or whatever. Summer's my favorite season. Norm is a winter guy. I live in Maryland because I like all 4 seasons. That's kind of the point. I think that's about it. So I'm going to jump off here. You guys, if you have any questions, it's an Ask Me Anything. I'll answer it. Nothing is usually for me is too personal, but if it is, I just won't answer. Other than that, ask me anything. I'll answer in the comments, and if we get enough questions, I'll do a whole video on Ask Me Anything. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.